and welcome to Kidney Transplant Vlog episode 16. As you can see, we're still in Arizona. So on today's episode, I'm going to give you a quick kidney update. I'm going to give you a quick heart update. We saw the cardiologist. I'm going to tell you about a couple new things that are going on with my health. And yeah, I think that might be it. It'll be a quicker one. So yesterday, Nicole and I did a little Saturday evening date to the barber shop, and we got cleaned up, look a lot less homeless. And you need a close up. Looks pretty good, right? And Nicole's hair is super cute. I don't know if she's showing it to you. She cut it short. She ended up donating 12 inches of her hair to who?
Wigs for Kids.
To Wigs for Kids.
12 inches.
Yeah, tell us about Wigs for Kids.
I don't know. I don't have their bio. Wigs for Kids is like, I don't have all the information.
General.
They take donated hair. It has to be 10 inches minimum, and then they make wigs for kids who either have alopecia or cancer or other wig needs. It's like the third time I've donated hair, I believe. The last few times was Locks of Love, and this time was Wigs for Kids. So,
yeah.
Well, I guess you get. In the past, I've only forgotten postcards like "Thanks for your donation," but the barber was saying that they'll keep me updated as they receive the hair and then as they make something with the hair. So that'll be interesting. I'm kind of interested to hear about that.
Right, so I'm like a donor recipient and she's donating, so we're on both sides of this thing now.
My hair grows pretty quick, so I've donated a few times.
Right. And let's be honest, what kid is gonna look so good with her hair? Her hair is so beautiful.
I imagine they don't have enough of the same color and they dye it to be a uniform.
Do not dye that hair, Wigs for Kids. It is gorgeous.
I doubt they're gonna get enough hair.
There's enough. Kids have tiny heads. Oh man. Anyways, this coming week is pushing 7 weeks since surgery. On Wednesday would be 7 weeks. And that's just a long time. We have been here a long time, and we are ready to go home. So be praying we can go home this week. There's a big possibility we can go home this week. We'll find out definitively tomorrow, which would be Monday the 6th.
Yeah.
After tomorrow, we have like a blood work and tests. Then we have a couple appointments that could potentially be discharge appointments. Cross your fingers. I can't really cross them well. Cross your fingers. So that's what we are hoping and praying for. We miss our kids. We miss our family. We miss you guys. You. I'm talking to you, right? You listening right now. I miss you. And she misses you slightly less than I miss you. The kidney update. Do you want to give him a kidney update?
John's kidney function is at 52. He's been in
Where was it?
40s. It was in the 48, 47, 46.
So it's up. It's slightly.
We passed 50, so we're excited about that.
I'm creeping up on D for diploma, 60%. That is a big goal of mine.
Did your creatinine go down? I don't remember. And then that might be due to medication. He has kept he's on 2 big immunosuppressant drugs, Cellcept, which he's only taking 3 in the morning and 3 at night. And then,
only 6 pills a day.
And then Chacolimus or Prograf, 1 in the morning, 1 at night. And he went to 4 of the Cellcepts.
Pill count or at 8?
He went to 4 Cellcepts, and then his numbers kind of went down a couple. So they put him back on 3, and now they're up to 52. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm due to have some more blood work tomorrow morning. So the next update, we'll have another kidney update, and we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Good. Some other things that happened this week is I got my stent removed, and the stent was so the new kidney and the new ureter got grafted into the old ureter, and in order to keep that connection like secure and safe and intact, there was a stent in there to keep everything solid. And so this week we got that taken out, so now I'm officially got all the things out of my body that I need out of my body. That was not my favorite procedure, but I'll just spare you all those details. You can ask me in person about that if you want. I'm happy to convey that to you. It doesn't need to be on the internet. So I got my stent removed, and they went and they also inspected like the inside of my bladder and all that, and everything is looking good, which is awesome, right? Yeah, and they also did an ultrasound of my kidney, which was not nearly as horrible as last time. So last time they did it, I had all my staples still in, and you know,
like week 2 or 3, right?
Yeah,
it was like pretty fresh.
It was pretty early on, and it hurt real bad still. And I would think I recall describing it as the lady was leaning in with her elbow and smashing on it. Not even the ultrasound probe was over here. You know, it was just like horrific. That's an exaggeration.
Yeah.
But it just hurt really bad. But we did another one this week, right? Yeah. So we did a kidney ultrasound on Friday. Today is Sunday. When you see this, it'll be Sunday night or Monday probably. And they said everything looked awesome. Like, that's like literally what they said. Everything looks good. They said I have perfect anatomy. I took that as an awesome compliment. And they also, I was like, well, I'm gonna quote you on that. And they just laughed. And I said, well, like, what does that mean? And they said I basically have like a glass body is how they described it, which I also took as a compliment. Basically, it's really easy to see via ultrasound stuff in my body, so they were just stoked. But everything looked really good kidney-wise on the ultrasound, which is, man, just like praise God for that. That's awesome. So our last nurse practitioner appointment, everything was lining up and looking good. No major concerns kidney-wise. So everything's looking great, guys. So thanks so much for all your prayers for all the kidney madness. Things are going good. We went to the cardiologist this week. For those of you who didn't hear or need a quick catch-up, Blech, I don't like ketchup. Who need to be caught up.
We need a recap.
Quick recap. Much better. Quick recap. One of my doctors noticed when they were listening to my heart, they had a heart murmur, so they ordered a test to ultrasound my heart and make sure everything looks okay. During that test, they found something on my aortic valve that wasn't supposed to be there. And then they referred me to a cardiologist just to get their professional opinion, because that's like, you know, their bread and butter, the heart. They would probably recommend not eating bread and butter.
The kidney doctors didn't want to make any claims because that's not their forte.
Right.
So they wanted someone who specializes.
Right. So we went to the cardiologist this week, and she was awesome. She was very thorough, very informative. And so where we landed was the buildup on my aortic valve is more than likely a calcium buildup, and that is pretty common in renal failure patients, and they're not overly concerned about it right now. It's not like an imminent thing or need to go have heart surgery after I film this video, although that would make the vlog super interesting. But that's not what we need to do yet. There's a slight chance that the calcium there could be other things underneath the calcium that would be possibly more worrisome, I guess. That would warrant further
it would make
investigation.
Action be necessary
sooner. Right. So there's a possibility of that. And so what they really wanted to do is do a different ultrasound where they give me meds and they sedate me and put me to sleep, and then they basically do an ultrasound through my esophagus and down near my heart to get a much clearer picture of that. And so that might be...
It's not a camera.
No, it's an ultrasound.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. So that's going to be something that we're going to have to follow up with when we get back to California with Kaiser, and so we'll follow up with that when we get back. They did have a slight concern with the aortic valve itself. They said that it looked like it could possibly be a bicuspid valve.
Which is only 1% of people.
Right. But hey. That would be me.
Go figure.
And what a bicuspid valve is it's a valve that only has like 2 leaves in it, so it opens and closes. Normally, a healthy heart would be a tricuspid valve. So it'd be like, I don't know if I can even do it. Give me a finger on top. Please. Right there. Yeah, that's good. So it would open like this. Ready? Open.
Oh, that way.
Ready? So that's the normal heart valve, would be tricuspid. There's a very small percentage of people who have bicuspid valves, and from what they could see, they think that could possibly be the case. And if that's the case, the bicuspid valve with the calcium buildup would probably mean I'd need a valve replacement sooner, essentially sooner, yeah. And they didn't say like now, they said like in the next decade or so. So it'd just be something to be aware of and continue to monitor. And because my family has history of heart attack and all sorts of heart issues, it's something we're gonna be just following closely, just so we can avoid any complications in the future. But we'll know more about all of that when we get more tests done back home at Kaiser, right? Anything else about the heart?
No, it was very informative. I didn't know any of that heart detail. She said sometimes they'll do outpatient heart replacement or valve replacements where you don't need heart surgery. I don't know what the case was. She said it.
Yeah.
But by the time he needs it, science could be further along.
Who knows where science will be? I just want like a fully fake heart. It would be awesome.
Okay.
That's what I'm going for. So I'm gonna hold out another decade or so on that. But it's something we'll continue to monitor. They're not really overly concerned. It wasn't like panic. Oh no.
They said the amount of fluid or blood that is leaking. So the calcium is making the valve not be able to close all the way. So the heart is going back, or the blood is flowing backwards a little bit. That it's only a mild
right.
Amount.
Right.
So they'll probably watch that.
It's mild approaching moderate, right?
Yeah.
It was the higher end of mild, but not moderate yet.
Yeah. So they'll probably watch that for a few years until they decide to take action.
Yeah. So fun stuff. Stay tuned for heart surgery vlog. It's gonna be awesome.
Just go through all the organs eventually, right?
Yeah, I'll just replace them all.
Yeah.
Then what? Then how could I even possibly get sick at that point, right? So another new thing that had been going on is I've been having some pain and swelling in like veins in my arms and in on my right arm and on my left leg. And talking to the cardiologist about that, she seemed slightly more concerned about that than the kidney people did. So she went ahead and ordered ultrasound on my right arm and my left leg, looking for possible blood clots and things of that nature. And so
she was more concerned about your leg.
Right. Really with blood clots, your main concern is going to be deep vein thrombosis, which is bigger blood clots in your deep veins that can dislodge and do a lot of damage. So that was what we went in to rule out, and they did rule that out. No blood clots in the legs, but they did find a blood clot in my right arm. But it wasn't it was a superficial vein, which means it's a smaller vein closer to the surface of the skin. And they said that didn't require immediate action either. It'll be if symptoms, so if my pain and swelling continue to get worse, then it's something that we'll look at, but it's probably something that will just take care of itself. They did say there's no issue with a stroke with that kind of blood clot, which is my main concern. I'm not trying to have a stroke. I can handle a lot of medical things, but a stroke just sounds terrible. So no stroke concern. The thing to look out for would be a pulmonary embolism. So they kind of give us a list of what symptoms would be for that, shortness of breath and stuff. And if any of that happens, then just call or go in and take care of that. Also, I wrote my donor, and we got that letter sent off, and man, that was a difficult letter to write. I don't know the circumstances that family is in. I don't know them at all. I don't know anything about them. I don't know. I was so conflicted on what to say and how to be sensitive and how to show gratitude. and all of those things. So I got it written. I had Nicole proof it for me. She gave it a stamp of approval. So donor family, if you're watching this and you hated the letter,
It's not my fault though. You wrote it. I was just okay.
it's true.
It was so quick to blame.
Right. True. But yeah, so that process is started, and I will update you guys as soon as I hear anything. I may not hear anything, which is fine, you know. But we're hoping we can hear something, and we can develop that relationship a little bit. Just because that's a pretty special connection we have to them now. And it would be great to just be able to, I don't know, love on them and know who they are.
I feel like the process takes a while,
Right.
even if they respond quickly.
Right.
Like he turns it in, they turn it in, they reach out, they
Right.
respond. Like I feel like it's gonna take.
Yeah, there's a whole
if
process.
they accept the letter,
Right.
it's gonna take some time.
Right. But we'll see. You know, we did our part, and hopefully that letter could at least get to the family and give them some sort of peace. You know, knowing that something good did come out of that situation. And on that note, guys, it's been 7 weeks. Well, Wednesday will be 7 weeks since the transplant, which means that family's been mourning for 7 weeks too. So we can just keep continuing to pray for them. That would be the best ever. And I would appreciate you so much. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Reach out if you have any questions in the comments, or text us or call us. Whatever you guys need to do. Yeah, and we'll have an update for you soon. Cool?
Sounds good.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.